Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, we're diving into something that quietly controls the direction of your entire life, whether you realize it or not, and that is how much you truly value yourself. Many people look at their situation and believe they are stuck because of circumstances, lack of opportunity, or bad luck, but the deeper truth is often much simpler and much more personal. They have stopped seeing their own worth. When you don't value yourself, you begin to accept less than you deserve. You tolerate behavior that drains you, and over time, your confidence slowly fades without you even noticing it happening. The reality is that the way you treat yourself becomes the standard that others follow. If you treat your time like it doesn't matter, others will waste it. If you ignore your own needs, others will ignore them too. It all begins with you. The first step toward changing your life is deciding that you will no longer settle for less. Many people remain in situations where they feel unappreciated or disrespected simply because they believe they have no better options. But that belief is often the real limitation, not reality itself. When someone repeatedly disrespects you or dismisses your effort and you stay silent, you are teaching them that this behavior is acceptable. Over time, this becomes your normal, and eventually, you begin to believe that this is all you deserve. That is how self worth slowly erodes. What you allow repeatedly becomes your standard, and standards shape your life. This is why boundaries are so powerful. When you clearly define what you will and will not accept, people begin to understand how to treat you. Without boundaries, everything becomes acceptable, and when everything is acceptable, nothing has value. Understanding your worth means recognizing that your time, your energy, and your presence are not small things. They are valuable, and they should not be given away carelessly. When you start acting with this awareness, something powerful begins to happen. Your confidence starts to grow. You feel stronger, more in control, and less dependent on how others treat you. One of the most important tools in this process is learning to say no. Many people fear saying no because they want to be liked or accepted, but constantly saying yes at the cost of your own well being leads to self neglect. Saying no is not rejection of others, it is protection of yourself. Another key part of valuing yourself is protecting your energy. Not every conversation deserves your attention, and not every person deserves access to your time. If you give your energy to everything and everyone, you will eventually feel drained and unfocused. Choosing where your energy goes is one of the most important decisions you can make. Sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is walk away. If a situation constantly makes you feel small or unimportant, leaving is not weakness, it is self respect. When you stop accepting less, you also begin to experience something many people are searching for: peace of mind. Your life becomes quieter, clearer, and less filled with unnecessary negativity. It is important to understand that valuing yourself is not selfish, it is necessary. You cannot build a strong, meaningful life if you continue to lower your standards just to fit into situations that do not serve you. Growth begins the moment you decide you deserve better and start acting accordingly. Respecting yourself is the foundation of everything. Many people look outward for validation and respect, hoping others will give them a sense of importance, but real respect is built internally through your actions. When you ignore your own needs or break promises to yourself, you send a message deep inside that you are not important. Over time, that message becomes your belief. Self respect grows when your actions align with your words. When you commit to something and follow through, even in small ways, you build trust in yourself. Discipline plays a major role here. It is not about perfection, but consistency. Each time you keep a promise to yourself, no matter how small, you strengthen your self respect. On the other hand, constantly breaking your own commitments weakens your confidence and creates doubt. The way you speak to yourself also matters more than you think. If your inner voice is filled with criticism and negativity, your self-worth will shrink. But if you begin to encourage yourself and acknowledge your efforts, your mindset begins to shift. Taking care of yourself is another essential part of self respect. Your physical health, your mental clarity, and your emotional balance all reflect how much you value yourself. When you prioritize these areas, you send a clear message to yourself that you matter. Avoiding self neglect is crucial because you cannot continue giving to others if you are empty inside. Emotional strength develops when you no longer rely on others to validate your worth. Instead, you become stable within yourself. Self respect also acts as protection. It helps you avoid situations that would harm your well being and guides you toward better decisions. As your self respect grows, so do your standards. You begin to expect more from yourself and from life, not out of arrogance, but out of awareness of your value. Choosing yourself does not mean ignoring others, it means not abandoning yourself. When you prioritize your growth and your peace, you take control of your life in a powerful way. Everything begins to change the moment you start respecting yourself because the world simply reflects what you believe about yourself. Another powerful shift happens when you stop depending on others for validation. Many people unknowingly tie their happiness to the opinions and approval of others, and this creates an unstable sense of self worth. When someone praises them, they feel good, but when that praise disappears, so does their confidence. This cycle keeps them emotionally dependent and constantly seeking external approval. The truth is that other people's opinions are not always accurate or meaningful because everyone sees the world through their own experiences and beliefs. When you rely on those shifting opinions to define your worth, your confidence will always fluctuate. Seeking validation also creates pressure because you begin to shape your behavior around what others expect rather than what truly aligns with your values. Over time, this leads to losing your authentic self. Learning to trust your own judgment is a turning point. You begin to realize that your effort, your intentions, and your progress are enough. This creates a sense of freedom that allows you to live more honestly and confidently. No matter what you do, people will always have opinions, and trying to control them is impossible, so it makes no sense to let them control your emotions. Self approval becomes essential. When you learn to appreciate your own progress and acknowledge your own efforts, you stop depending on outside validation. Comparison is another major obstacle to self worth. In today's world, especially with constant exposure to others' achievements, it becomes easy to compare your life to theirs. But this comparison is often misleading because you are only seeing a small part of their reality. Everyone has a different journey, different struggles, and different timelines. When you compare your entire life to someone else's highlights, you create unnecessary insecurity. Instead of focusing on your own progress, you begin to feel like you are behind. The better approach is to measure your growth against your past self. Ask yourself if you are improving, if you are learning, if you are moving forward. That is what truly matters. When you shift your focus inward, you begin to see your own progress more clearly, and this naturally builds confidence. Limiting unnecessary comparison, especially from sources that trigger self doubt, can significantly improve your mindset. Gratitude also plays a key role here. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, your perspective becomes more positive and balanced. Protecting your energy becomes even more important as you grow. Your energy is your most valuable resource because it fuels everything you do. Without it, you cannot focus, you cannot grow, and you cannot maintain a positive mindset. Many people feel constantly exhausted not because they are weak, but because they are giving their energy away without boundaries. Learning to identify situations and people that drain you is essential. These may include negativity, constant criticism, or environments that make you feel small. Once you recognize them, you can begin to limit your exposure. This does not mean cutting everyone off, but managing your energy wisely. Your environment has a direct impact on your mindset. Surrounding yourself with supportive, positive, and growth oriented people can significantly improve your outlook and motivation. At the same time, reducing time spent in negative environments helps preserve your energy. Quality relationships are far more valuable than a large number of shallow or draining ones. Listening to your feelings can guide you in this process. If something consistently makes you feel drained, there is usually a reason, and it is important to pay attention to that. Taking control of your energy leads to greater focus, stronger confidence, and a clearer sense of direction. Building confidence through action is another key part of valuing yourself. Many people believe they need confidence before they start something, but the truth is the opposite. Confidence is the result of action, not the starting point. Waiting to feel ready often leads to inaction and missed opportunities. Taking even small steps creates momentum. Each action, no matter how small, proves to you that you are capable. Over time, these small actions build into strong confidence. Fear tends to grow when you stay in your thoughts, but it reduces when you take action. You begin to realize that many of your fears were exaggerated. Failure also plays an important role in building confidence. Instead of seeing failure as something negative, it should be seen as a learning experience that helps you grow and improve. Consistency is what turns small actions into lasting confidence. When you show up for yourself regularly, you build trust in your own abilities. Celebrating small wins along the way reinforces this process and keeps you motivated. Finally, valuing yourself must be reflected in the way you live your life. It is not just an idea or a belief, it is something you demonstrate through your habits, decisions, and environment. Your life becomes a reflection of your standards. If your standards are low, your results will match them. If your standards are high, your life will gradually rise to meet them. Discipline becomes a natural part of your life when you value yourself, because you understand that your future depends on your daily actions. Designing an environment that supports your growth makes it easier to stay focused and consistent. Your time is one of your most valuable assets, and using it wisely is a sign of self respect. The people you choose to keep around you also influence your growth. Being around individuals who respect and support you encourages your progress, while negative influences can slow you down. Living with self worth requires consistency. It is something you practice daily through your choices and actions. Over time, this creates a strong, stable sense of identity and confidence. When your actions align with your values, you feel more in control and more fulfilled. You begin to attract better opportunities and healthier relationships naturally. The most important realization is that no one else is responsible for building your life. That responsibility belongs to you, and that is also where your power lies. When you truly begin to value yourself, everything changes. Your mindset becomes stronger, your decisions become clearer, and your life begins to move in a better direction. Instead of chasing respect, you naturally attract it. And that is the moment when real transformation begins.